What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday night, because everything's all screwed up with the NFL schedule, but glad y'all here with me. Oh, sorry my background is so messy. The dog's been kind of going crazy with the toys, but yeah, who do we have? We got Jacob, Sebastian, Sam, Brad. How you guys doing tonight, man? Hope everyone's having a good night. Listen, guys, we went over our, let's see, I'm gonna put this up a little bit. We went over the pick'em results. Listen, I gotta say, your boy did the best. So next week, your challenge for everyone is that you guys have to beat my record. I went 12-3 this week. Our viewers who had the best records were Parth S and Kevin. So congrats to Parth and Kevin for winning. Your names will be beautifully displayed here for the remainder of the week until our next challenge. So good job, guys. Brown fans in here as well. What's up? What's up? Sam says playoff ready, let's go. Yo, is everyone here playoffs, or at least in the playoffs in some league, or is anybody here like done with fantasy altogether? Because I surely hope not. I hope everyone here is in the playoff in some way, shape, or form. But Sam, you are correct. Gallup went off. Listen, guys, it's a shame, right? This is the stacked team in the 14-man league. Couldn't pull through, but hey, we're in the playoffs for 3 other leagues. Squeezed in last spot for my money league too, so we're good, boys. We're good. Tim, what's up? Jake, what's up? How you guys doing tonight? That's what we got. Brown says my Browns got flexed to Sunday Night Football against the Giants. Hey, that's good. That's awesome. I didn't actually see that yet, but that's awesome. Brad says, are you worried about Herbert? No, I am not. He, we predicted that he was gonna have a bad game. Belichick does well against rookies, and we all thought he was gonna get shut down. So Atlanta is one of the worst passing defenses in the league. I have no issues with Herbert at all, so don't worry about him at all. Tim says, can I send you a screenshot of my team and can you tell me who I should type it out here, Tim? I'm not going to be on Instagram right now, so go ahead and type it out if you don't mind. Honestly, guys, if you are on Instagram, I don't check my DMs, and nor do I really get notifications. So if you guys ever need any questions answered, just YouTube is the easiest way to go, because I get a notification every time someone makes a comment. Did you hear CMC got a new thigh injury? Yup. Listen, and that's the thing we've been worrying about, right? We've been talking about that. Before, my thought was that I don't know if he was actually gonna be back at all. I didn't really see a reason for them to actually start him. But yeah, his his playing status is up in question, so we'll see what happens, right? I think there's a lot of doubt that he might not play this week. So definitely rough for CMC owners who were looking to use him in the first round, but we'll see what happens, right? Maybe he'll be okay, but they'll probably be cautious with him. Mr. Sarcastic, what's up? Playoffs for 11 and 2. Let's go, Mr. Sarcastic. Congrats. JCar, you should do a sub league next year. Yeah, we will be. And for those of you that don't know, we will be doing a sub fantasy football playoff challenge on NFL when it comes to the actual playoffs. So keep an eye out for that video that's going to come out. But yeah, that is going to happen. What's the pot of your league? I actually don't know. I have to check. It's at least a few $100s. I'll have to check, Sam. But yeah, most of these are pretty casual. I'm not in any like super competitive ones. Brown says, what defense should I go with this weekend between the Rams, Chiefs, and Washington? I'd probably go Rams. For any of you guys that haven't checked out the video, I just put out what I think is kind of a nice little video this morning. It goes over my top 10 defenses for each week. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go check it out. As for this week, let's see what we have here. For this week, I like the Rams. My top 3 are Saints, 49ers, and Rams for this week. JJ says 12-man league, 3rd place. Let's go. Nice. That's awesome, JJ. Congrats. Yo, I love it. I love that everyone's here in the playoffs. Brooks says, what up? Pick 1, Connor, Hunt, Beasley, Akers, QT for flex. Pick 2 if CMC sits out. I'd probably go... If you're looking for the most upside, I'd probably go Akers. Beasley's going to have a tough matchup against the Steelers. I'd probably go Akers or QT for the highest upside. Yeah. Jacob says Rams as well. Tim says Rodgers, Sanders, McKissick, Hopkins, Thomas, Hawkinson, Landry, bench, Lazard, Myers, Chark, Akers, Bell. Listen, man, I might actually be putting Akers in for Sanders instead. I'm a little bit worried about Sanders. I'm really worried about Sanders. I can take that look. I can take a look at that matchup for you moving, into this week. Guys, like I always say, I do my homework for the starts and sits, after the waiver wire. But I am definitely a little bit concerned about Sanders. Akers is going to be a little more questionable, but I think he has a decent upside, honestly. Otherwise, the rest of your team looks okay. I would maybe swap out Chark for Hopkins, but I think Hopkins is fine. So the rest of them looks good. If you can, Landry should be fine, right? But I'm a little bit worried about Landry's matchup against the Baltimore Ravens this week, Tim. Jake says, should I accept Evans and Higgins for AJ Brown? Full PPR, no, you should not. I would keep AJ Brown here. Keep AJ Brown and D-Hop. You have a good lineup. Brad says my team Washington beat the Steelers. Let's go. Yo, Brad, I called that too. A couple of us called that. That was a great upset, man. Congrats to your team. Jacob says I am second last place in the playoff picture. Okay, that's good. Matthew, what's up, man? Welcome back. Noah, what's up? I'm doing well, man. How are you doing? Hopefully everyone who's just been joining, hopefully you are all in the playoffs. Please let me know if you made it or not. Let's see. Brown says, would you go 49ers over Rams? Rams do have the Jets next week, so I'm leading them, but both of them are waiver wire. Can you grab both, man? And Browns, go look at my list. I have a full list of every week, and I actually also tell you which weeks you should play which. So if you can grab both, I would like it, but if you're talking about for the 3 weeks, I would go Rams. Titter says, I made the playoffs because of the last second Dobbins TD. Let's go. Nice job, Titter. That's awesome. Congrats. Yeah. That last second TD saved him, right? But I still don't know if we feel confident starting him next week, honestly. I don't know. Matt says, I picked up the Ramsey for week 12 just for the playoffs. Nice. Rick says, Akers over Connor. We'll see. The Steelers play the Bills, right? I'm a little bit worried about Connor, man. Obviously, he's activated. But if we look at his stats over the last few weeks, he has not been looking good. That being said, let's see. Yeah, because the last 3 games, he has 14, 5, and 3. A little bit worried about that. I don't know. It's tough. I guess I'll have to do... Let me think about that a little bit more. I think Akers has a higher upside just because if we literally just look at the last few weeks, he's been producing a little bit more. There's always a risk with... what the Rams might do with that backfield, but I'm kind of liking Akers for the playoffs, guys. I think if you guys need a running back and he's on the waivers, he should be probably a top waiver priority this week. Let's see where we're at. No, it says Bears or 49ers defense week 15. Guys, go look at I'm gonna keep on just because I'm pretty proud of the video I put out today. Go check out the video today. For week 15, let's see, I have I don't have either one of them in my top 10, honestly, so I would maybe go look for someone else if you can, Noah. Brick says, seems like Akers has a shoulder injury. Not sure if McKay will give him lesser workload. He was a full participant, right, today, I think? Jake says, Akers, Ty Johnson, or Barber for my RB and waiver. I would go Akers, Ty, then Barber here. I'm not a huge fan of Barber. His yards per carry is atrocious, so I think Barber is a huge liability to play in the playoffs, man. Brick says, oh yeah, he was a full participant, exactly. Matthew says, I have the Bears D for week 16. Yep. Brown says, would you be willing to drop Tyler Boyd? Cam Akers on the waiver wire. I also have Taysom, so it would be nice to pick up Goff or Hurst or Breeze return. You could do that. It depends on the rest of your team. I think Tyler Boyd has a little bit of value still left. So it really depends on whether or not you need Boyd or if you plan on starting him. If you don't plan on starting Boyd at all in the playoffs, I absolutely do think that you can, you can drop him. But it again really depends on, will you use him or not, right? Aditya, what's up, man? Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while, man. You're in the playoffs as well. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It seems like most people are in the playoffs that's in chat right now, right? That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Made it 11-1 first seed. Let's go, Noah. Proud of you. Bobby Schmerda, what's up? Welcome back. So we got Herb, Kamara, Swift, Thielen, Jefferson, Kelsey, D-Hop, Colts, and Myers is my kicker. Just traded Akers for Caskins today. Anyone I should trade for since we have no deadline? I don't know if I can tell you who to trade for. I think what you can do is probably try and up your running back a little bit. Swift is a question mark. Akers is still, like, I don't have a full confidence in him, but I think he's like a decent play. So if you can maybe get a more solid RB2, try and trade Akers and Swift for someone like a Nick Chubb. I don't know if you can do that. Akers it's a good sell high, right? I mean, I feel comfortable with him. It's interesting that you guys don't have a trade deadline, but if you could get a more solid RB2 or low end RB1 with your guys, I think that would be good for you. Sam says, waiver priority Akers or JD McKissick. Ooh, that's a tough one. Between the two, I think McKissick is going to give you the better floor with some upside. Akers has a chance to kind of pop off if the Rams continue to use him. So if you want to play it a little bit more safe and conservative, I would go JD McKissick here. If you want someone that can potentially pop off, I would go to Akers. Dia says, do I go Pittman or QT 20-team PPR? That's tough. I think I like Pittman a little bit more. QT could be a good play, right? But we only have one game with him. So I think Pittman's a little bit safer. QT, I don't expect him to go off for 141 yards every week, right? And now that teams have some sort of footage on him, they'll probably be able to sort of see what he's about. So Pittman's a little bit safer. But if you want to take a risk, I don't think QT is bad at all. But, don't be surprised if for some reason next week, I mean, they're playing the Bears, right? So don't be surprised if, he just doesn't repeat his performance because we really only have one game sample. Brown says, Chris Carson or JT? I like JT a little bit more. How did Carson do last week? He didn't... Let's see, because I don't think he did super well, right? He's also questionable right now, so keep an eye on him, but... Oh, he actually did okay. Actually, I think I might... that's tough. He only got 13 touches. Interesting. Safer bet is actually probably Chris Carson because he's for sure the number one. JT is the number one in the Colts as well, but they're still going to be a little bit split usage. So I don't mind Chris Carson against the Jets this week. I don't know what happened with Seattle offense. We'll see. I don't know if Brick's going to be here for this stream, but it'll be nice to hear from a Seattle fan. They just didn't look very good last week. They got upset. He still put up 18.5 points, so I'd probably go Carson if he's healthy. But keep an eye out for what's going on. It looks like he has a foot injury, and he was limited in practice today. What up, Jeremy? How you doing, man? Did you make the playoffs? Bobby says, no, I just got Gaskin. I just traded for her. Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, so I think if you can trade for like a more solid RB2 or like low on RB1, I would try and do that. You know, fish around and see if you can. Sarcastic says, you think Rivers struggles against his former AFC West rivals who owned him last year, 0-2? I don't think so. Nothing about Rivers' performance over the last few weeks, Mr. Sarcastic, really gives me any doubt. I think he has a good stream at QB. You know, he's probably going to be sort of that like QB2 level with some upside. So if you need a stream, he's great, right? The Raiders have nothing to do, like nothing. We don't have to worry about the Raiders. There's no point in looking at his performance from last year because the Chargers was a completely different team. He has a better O-line, different weapons, so I wouldn't take that into consideration at all. Sebastian says, pick 2, Gaskin, Zeke, or JT. Let's see here. Gaskin, Jonathan Taylor, and who's the other one? And Elliott. I'd probably go JT and Zeke here. Jake says, please rank my backup RBs in full: Hunt, Booker, Bernard, Akers, Ty Johnson. Not bad at all. You know, Hunt is always going to be a premium backup. I like Akers next. Then probably Ty / Booker, depending on how their starters, what the health situation is for their starters. Jeremy says, I got JT and Gallman starting my full PPR. Should I go for Melvin Gordon or Akers off the waiver wire over any of these guys? That's tough. I would probably try and get Akers. I don't know if I would drop either one of those for them. If you can't drop someone else, I think that would be good because, you know, running backs, it's always good to have a backup and have more. So, do you have anyone else you can drop, Jeremy? Brad says, I'm getting an RB from the waiver for my backup kicker. The best options are Gallman, Hines, Bernard, Dobbins, Edmonds, Akers, and Fournette. I'd probably go, honestly, if, let's see, how did Gallman do last week? Let's look at this really quickly. I would probably say Gallman, Akers, Dobbins, Hines. Those are your 1 through 4 there, Bradley. Gallman has been nothing but consistent. He's put up literally double digits every single week since he started, since week 7. So last week was the first week that he didn't get a score, but he ended up getting 135 yards. So that's the order I would go in. Hey Zeus, what's up? I need a defense for this week and I watched your video. You don't think that San Francisco is a good option for week 15 versus Dallas? Let me look here. Did I not have them there? Let me see. 49ers. Oh, I did not realize they played them. Did I not include them? I guess I didn't. I missed out on them, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, I do like the 49ers last week. Let me see what I did here. I guess I must have just missed them, but let me take a look here. Yeah, I do like the 49ers against them week 15. What did I do here? Let me see. No, I like them. I like them. There are a few guys that I like better, I believe, in week 15, but I don't mind it, I guess. Let me see, how have they been doing? 49ers. They should be okay. It actually kind of worries me how up and down they've been. But against Dallas, I don't think it's bad. How did the Ravens do? I mean, you know, again, guys, this is gonna change week to week. The Ravens only put up 3 against Dallas yesterday, right? So I think we'll have to keep an eye on it. My one worry is that Dalton is throwing the ball a lot, and that could mean some scores. So I do think they probably deserve to be in the top 10, but let me review that and see what's happened. But Ravens putting up only 3 against them yesterday wasn't super super convincing for me. Jeremy says, I'm a Seattle fan, and Pete Carroll said they're hoping to get Carson back to full load this week, just banging his foot. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I do like Carson a little bit over JT then. Nate says, this might be a silly question. Who should I start, Kamara, Eckler, Akers, or Gallman. Do you only have one to start there, Nate? Because if you only have one, let me look at these matchups really quickly. If you only have one, I kind of like us and Eckler actually here. Yeah, I think I like Eckler because I imagine the Chargers are going to be throw all over the Falcons this week, and Eckler's going to get involved a lot, so I kind of like Eckler here actually. Akers or Hunt this week. Akers, if you want to sort of hit the lottery, right? I think he has a higher upside. Roberto, man, how are we doing tonight? I'm doing well, man. How are you? Are you in the playoffs, man? We're just talking about that. Jeremy says, Daniel, I'm 7-5 in 4th place, but battling the 5th place guy who has the same record as me, but I have 19-point lead for the tiebreaker. So all I have to do is win this week and score more than the 15. There you go. There you go. That's awesome, dude. Are you not in the... Do you guys not start playoffs until week 14? Brad says, thanks, I just need another RB for my backup lineup. I only have Chubb, Cook, and Gaskin. That's a solid lineup, dude. That's a solid lineup. Alex's defense rankings this week, like 1 through 7. Alex, go check out the latest upload today. I have top 10 for this week there. That should be able to help you, and it'll be a little bit easier to look at that. Sam says playoffs start week 14, first round playoffs. Trubisky, Henry, Carson, Mike Evans, Ayuk, Hunt. Defense is Colts, kickers, Koo. I don't mind it. Sam, what I'll say is I probably prefer a better flex and better QB. I'm not sure how much confidence I have in Trubisky. How did he do this week? Let's see. Trubisky. Yeah, I'm not huge on Trubisky is what I'll say. So I would maybe see if you feel comfortable with him, go for it. But I would maybe lean towards streaming another quarterback here, man. I think Trubisky is the fantasy liability. Jeremy says I can drop Kirk Cousins since I have Taysom Hill and Josh Allen trying to grab Melvin Gordon Akers. I think that's okay. I'd actually, yeah, I mean, that's probably fine. Long term, I'd probably rather have Kirk, but I think Taysom is probably a better start this week, and I'm assuming you might be benching Josh Allen, right? So that's not bad. That's not bad. I don't actually mind that at all. Jesus says, I need an RB for this week in case that CMC doesn't play. The waivers is available as Ty, McKissick, Payton, and Jeffrey Wilson in standard format. Can we tell me the order? I would go Ty if Gore is out. If not, I'd go McKissick. Then I'd go Barber and then Wilson there. Jake says Hopkins, Evans, or AJ Brown, A-Rob, full PPR. Let me see. So I think we need to keep an eye out for, what's his face? AJ Brown's status. If he is healthy, I would go him over any of those guys, in my opinion. Let me see. Hopkins, Evans, AJ Brown, or A-Rob. Yeah, I like AJ Brown the best out of those. Jesus says, please start 3 in standard. MT, Deontay, Robinson, Ayuk. You go Robinson, you go Ayuk, and then I'd probably go... How did Deontay do last week? Let me see. I'd probably go Michael Thomas here, honestly. A little bit safer in my opinion, in case the wide receiver carousel is like on full effect. Did MT do pretty well this week? Let's see. Yeah, I'd probably go with those 3: Ayuk, MT, and Robinson. Are you talking about James Robinson or Allen Robinson here? I guess that's kind of, that makes a difference there. Sam says on my bench, Newton, Harris, Gore, Chark, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman, Kenny Golladay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Cam Newton this week, I will say. I think he's a little bit scary to start. I don't like Mitch, right? So if you can find someone else to stream, I would probably feel a little more comfortable with it, but I think the QB is definitely the biggest concern for me right there. League starts in playoffs in week 15. Jeremy, does that mean you guys only have 2 weeks for playoffs then? Like it's a 2-week, like 1 round and then championships? Jake R says Mike Davis if C-Mac doesn't play, or Bernard or Hunt. I think I lean Mike Davis here out of those 3. Hunt has been a little bit underwhelming. They've been honestly just passing a lot more. His production over the last few games has been concerning. I think he has a similar floor to Mike Davis, but Mike Davis probably has a slightly higher ceiling. So I'd probably do that. I'm thinking about streaming Stafford at QB over Trubisky. Who did they play? Let's see. Stafford. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a better play, right? Stafford or Phillip Rivers. I like that. Roberto says, in my first Dynasty League, got a buying consolation bracket. I'm in a keeper league. I started 0-2 in 11-week streak. Finished first and got the buy. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Ari, what's up, dude? Sent you a DM, Dan, if you want to check it out. I don't actually check Instagram DMs that much. So, Ari, if you have a question, post on here. I don't get notification on IG. So, for future reference, if you have any questions, just go ahead and post it on YouTube because it's the best way to reach me. I for some reason, just don't get any notifications on my IG account. Let's see, just week 15, 16, that makes sense. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think a couple of people, a couple of viewers have the same 2 week as well. How big is your league, Jeremy? I'm kind of curious. Alex's start to this week at Flex, T.Y., QT, Ty Johnson, Mike Williams, Miles Sanders, Goddard, or Crowder. I'd probably lean Hilton and either Johnson. Oh, that's tough. Probably Johnson or Sanders here. It depends on if Frank Gore plays. If Frank Gore doesn't play, I think Ty is an okay at flex. If not, I would maybe go Kiki here. Miles says, should I pick up Hollywood, T.Y., or Bernard? I like T.Y. here. I think he could be a good pickup into the playoffs. His production has been sort of what we were expecting earlier on. It took a while, but that's why he's available on the waivers, right? Dark Winter says, Fander, Logan Thomas, happy BR. I think I like Logan Thomas a little bit more. He has a solid floor, and now we're starting to see the touchdowns come in. So we saw a touchdown come in. So I like Logan Thomas here. He has a solid floor. So Jesus says, sorry, my question about wide receivers, Robbie Anderson, not Allen Robinson. Oh, gotcha. My options are MT, Deontay, Ayuk, and Robbie. Please sit one. I would probably sit Robbie or Deontay here. Let's see what Robbie's status is this week. I like Deontay for a little bit higher upside. If you want the points, I think Robbie has a steadier floor. JCar says, how are people feeling about Booker this week and full PPR after underwhelming performance last week? If you absolutely need to flex him, I think he's okay, but I would probably look somewhere else if you have more depth. Alex, I do not like Gio right now. I honestly don't really. I think anyone on the Bengals is somewhat of a risk to play. Ari says, so for sure it was a screenshot of my roster, but unsure if I should start Ridley or a Gaskin. I like Ridley a lot more. I think Ridley is one of those guys that you can't really. I don't know if I would have benched him, right? How is he doing? Like he's been pretty much steadily putting up double digits. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 out of the last 7 weeks he's put up double digits, right? And he's only had 2 games all season that's in single digits. One was when he got shut out in the Green Bay. So I think really is an every week start, man. Roberto says, Dan or anyone can help out. Why is it not recommended to keep a QB in the keeper league? I'm a rookie, so that's why the question. It depends on the QB. I actually don't know too much about that, but the thing is, QB there's a lot there's gonna be your top tier QBs, but every year someone ends up breaking out. So I don't know how much you have to give up, but the general consensus in fantasy is that you can always find a decent QB later on in the rounds that can get you through. You know, people like Dak, Kyle was drafted earlier, but like Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow was doing well. There's always going to be decent QBs to fill in later, right? So if the question is ever, do you have to spend some value to get a QB? Every year it changes, right? We never have one QB who's consistently number 1, number 2 throughout the years. So I'd say that's probably it. Yang, what's up, dude? Start 3, Chubb, J Robinson, D Munt. That's 3 right there, Mr. Yang. I think you're missing somebody. Brown says Woods or AJ Brown. I like AJ Brown if he's healthy. Let's see. Sam says, thought of offering a free bottle out of my pocket for the consolation champion winner. Thoughts? I like to keep the league competitive. I may play as. Yeah, I mean, if you know that's doable for you, I definitely think so. I have been the commissioner for one of my leagues that's been going on for about 6-7 years now, and you know I've realized through a few years that you know it's always good to keep people competitive. So yeah, if you can make it work where people won't like sort of take advantage of it, I think you absolutely can. You know, if it's in your budget. He says, Goddard, Noah Fant, or Logan Thomas is standard. I have Goddard in my team, but with Hurts at QB, no risky starting him in playoffs. It's a little risky, right? And I've been actually getting a few of those questions. Out of those, I still like Goddard the best, is what I'll say, right? But if you are less risk averse, I would probably go Fant here. Fant or, I probably prefer Fant a little bit more. They're all sort of in the same tier. I think at the end of the day, my prediction is that I like Goddard. I think he will still be, you know, the guy. But I 100% agree. Like, if you don't want to take the risk because Jalen Hurts is there, I'd probably go Fant. Matthew, what's up? Standard league, Goddard or Hawkinson? Hawkinson for sure. Go Hawkinson. I mean, that's great that you have both. I would probably start Hawkinson most of the time. He's been very, very solid. You have the luxury this week to see how Goddard plays with Jalen Hurts. So yeah, I'd probably go Hawkinson. Ari says, and how about the Washington football team sticking into the Steelers? I know, right? Nice, Ari. Yo, Ari, next week you gotta post your predictions in my weekly challenge video. Let's get that. You got for anyone who doesn't know, this little thing right here, we're doing weekly pick'em challenges now. So my record was 12-3. Our best record for our viewers were Parth and Kevin, who are 10-5. So if anyone's interested, I'll probably post that like Friday night or Saturday morning. So go ahead and just make your predictions in there, and if you win, you get your name stamped on stream for a week. That's it. Let's see where we're at. Gaskin and Mike Davis or Booker and Bernard. I like Gaskin and Mike Davis better here if you're talking about a trade. Roberto says, in case I have Deshaun in a roster that is squads, Chubb, Miles, Sanders, Devontae. In this case, I have Deshaun with Chubb, Miles Sanders, Devontae, Godwin, Juju, and Hunter Henry. I have to keep 6. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if there's a question there. Conscious, what's up? Week 14, let's go. Congrats, dude. Number 1 seed and 75. Yeah, because you made your money back, right? That was $75 with your buy-in. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Eric, welcome. Sam says, Goddard, wait and see with Hurts under center or fire him on gamble. It depends who your other options are, right? If you have someone like Dalton Schultz or like a Tyler Higbee or like Jordan Atkins, I'd go Goddard. But if you have someone like one of our viewers, they had TJ Hawkinson or even like a Noah Fant, and you don't want to take the risk, I would probably go them because they have solid floor, right? So if you have a tight end who has proven to have a solid floor, gives you those like 7-8 points minimum, I would go with them. But if you're kind of up in the air with just someone random for the free agents at least, I would go Goddard because, you know, the floors are probably similar with the question mark of Jalen Hurts under center, but we know that the ceiling is very, very high for him. Honestly, Goddard has one of the highest ceilings outside of our top tier tight ends, right? Big Cheese says Cook, Carson, Gaskin, Gallman, Josh Jacobs, MT, McLaurin, Waller, Lockett, Debo, Higgins. Start 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and 2 flex. I'd go Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, and then probably see if Josh Jacobs is healthy, but I'd probably go Gallman. I'd go MT, McLaurin, then Waller. Yep, those are the 6 right there. Kush, what's up? Are you talking about defenses or what are you talking about? Are you talking about picks, Kush? Mr. Yang says, my bad, meant to start 2 Chubb. Oh, gotcha. Chubb, J-Rob, or D-Mont. Ooh, that's tough. All, you know, good ones. Monty has a good matchup this week. I'd probably go J-Rob, D-Mont. I'd probably go, honestly, maybe J-Rob and D-Mont here. Because, yeah, I'd probably go purely based off of the matchups. D-Mont has been on fire. Because how did he do this week? He did, let's see, David Montgomery. I think he went off again this week, right? So he's got a really nice matchup. So I'd probably go David Montgomery and James Robinson here, man. Let's see. Roberto says the question was, if you could select Watson as a keeper, if no, who would you choose? Oh, gotcha. If you can, I have to keep 6. I mean, I'd probably choose, if that's Saquon, I'd probably do Saquon, Chubb, Adams. Saquon, Chubb, Adams, Godwin. Then, I mean, you could keep Watson, right? I don't think that's bad. I don't think you necessarily need to. But I'd probably go skill player. So maybe not Watson. Maybe go Henry, and then your pick between Juju and Sanders there. I don't know what's going to happen with the Eagles. If they can figure things out, Miles Sanders should be good, right? But what's limiting him right now is just the Eagles offense. Kush says pick him. I will let you know by... Oh, actually, the pick'ems start... There's a game tomorrow, right? So I'll get a video out maybe tonight or tomorrow morning with the pick'ems, and I'll let you guys know what I think, and you guys can participate. I completely forgot that we have games later this week, so I'll get a video out by tomorrow morning for sure. But Kush, I will let you know. Big T says Mark Andrews or TJ Hawkinson a tight end this week. I like Hawkinson. Any week I'm gonna go Hawkinson over Mark Andrews because of the volume that he gets. I mean, this guy is he's the top target on Detroit, right? So I mean, let me pull up Hawkinson right now. I don't think he's done anything where we doubt his performance. He's constantly getting close to 10, 8, 9 targets a week. So you got to go Hawkinson here, man. I'm interested in commissioning a Dynasty League beginning next season. Any tips? I don't know too much about Dynasty, but I would make sure that you have all your ducks in a row when it comes to, money, rules, prizes. The league that I'm in that I talked about earlier, that's been going on for, 6-7 years now. We actually just had someone write bylaws today. So make sure everything is very crystal clear. Expectations for payouts, expectations for rules, any rule changes or anything that happens during the season. Just make sure that you really have all of that figured out, because the last thing you want to deal with is people complaining in the middle of the season, you changing things up. Because at the end of the day, what should happen is that none of the rules or anything should be changed mid-season. That's when you get a lot of sour people get upset because they think it's unfair. So I would try and lay that out as early as possible, honestly. But that's actually a good idea. Maybe in the off season I will come up with a video and we'll talk a little bit about what you should do as a commissioner. So thanks for that idea. Let's see. Jackie says Andrews is back. Drop Goddard. No, I keep Goddard, man. I like Goddard over Andrews. Has Andrews been doing well? I'm not a big fan of Mark Andrews. Let me look at his stats from the last few weeks. Okay, so he had 596. So he's starting to get targeted more, but I'm still not a huge fan of Andrews. He hasn't been consistent enough, right? He's had 2 straight games. I like Goddard a little bit more. That's my take, at least. Let's see. Is Kittle worth holding to in my holding on to in my IR spot? Other tight end Goddard full PPR. Sam, do you have anyone else to put in? Because if not, I would. But I personally still don't think he's coming back. Let's see. I have Kittle on IR. If he plays week 15, I'll play him week 16. There you go. Okay. Mark Andrews or Tanyan full PPR this week. Let's look at these matchups here. So I think I like Tanyan a little bit more. To me, he's still a little bit safer. I just don't know if I'm 100% convinced about the Ravens passing game just yet. Ranchy, what's up? Evan Engram or Robert Tanyan? I'd go Tanyan here. A little bit higher, yep. Jeremy says, got some tough choices this week. Full PPR, Ridley or MT, Saints or Seahawks. Taysom or Josh Allen. Don't trust Cousins on the road. I'd probably go Taysom because I'm gonna do my homework about Josh Allen, but he is facing one of the tougher defenses. For, let's see, Ridley or MT, I'd probably go. Let me look at these matchups here. I'd probably lean Ridley here. And then what was the other one? Saints or Seahawks? I believe I have Saints rated a little bit higher in my video, so let's stick with that because that's where I did my research. Yeah, Saints are actually my #1 defense for this week, so I like that. Galladay is usually in my IR. Gotcha. But you have 2 spots, right, Sam? So like, would you put someone else there, or are you saying you only have 1 spot right now? Cleveland, Jacksonville, Giants. So yeah, for sure. Wait, what do you mean there? Jacksonville. Jackie, are you talking about like upsets or what? Because Jacksonville lost this week. Cleveland and Giants won though. I was surprised that the Titans were. I really didn't think the Cleveland was that much of an underdog for the Titans. Conscious says I have Cleveland, Green Bay, Carolina heading into week 15-16. Gotcha. Okay. Twisted says feeling good. I'm #1 and got a playoff bye. Yo, congrats, dude. Well, that's awesome. Sam says full PPR Woods for Eckler. I like Eckler a lot this week. Ranchian says Gaskins, Mostert, CH, or Robbie Anderson at flex. Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's see. So let's assume that CH is going to be healthy, right? So we're talking about Gaskin, Clyde, and who was the other one? It was. I'd probably go Gaskin here. Andrews match. Oh, gotcha. Andrews matchup. Yeah, and it's not really matchup based. It's just, you know, whether or not they're able to keep the passing game going, right? That's the biggest thing. So. So yeah, that's my thing there. Let's see. Do I need to either cut Goddard or Dobbins or Ramsey, McKissick or Akers, or any of the moves worth it? Ramsey, I think is great. It's great. Let's see. Goddard or Dobbins for Rams D. Let me think about this. I guess, Jackie, do you need a running back here? Because I don't think you necessarily need to cut them. But I do think, you know, I do think you should pick up the Rams, right? If you don't like Goddard, sure, right? But I still think he's a top tier tight end. Let's see. Sam says, should I drop Cooks for Kiki? I wouldn't. I still think Cooks is the #1 guy there. I wouldn't do that, Sam. I'm super worried about Mostert. This is the thing. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I think most people are. To me, you know, any 49ers fans can feel free to weigh in. But to me, my issue is that I think last week they were down early and they needed to pass more, so they involved him less. To me, I still think he's the #1 running back there, right? So I know there's some risk, but I personally like him. And sorry guys, I'm just getting sort of not an emergency, but I need to look at a quick. Sorry guys, give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. So Jackie, I'm super, yeah, so like I said, like it depends on who you have D right now. So maybe post your lineup, Jackie, because I do really like the Rams D as someone that you can hold on to for the playoffs. I believe they were in my 3-week hold. Otherwise, you have Andrews, right? I still kind of like Goddard over Andrews, but if you really like Andrews, you can go ahead and cut Goddard because he is sort of a risk. PPR like McKissick and Locke. I think Akers has a higher ceiling. But hey, Dobbins, like, I think Dobbins is very similar to Akers, so I would pick and choose who you like better between the two. I think Akers has a slight edge, in my opinion. But I do feel like I like the Ravens offense a little bit more. Let's see. Herbert or Big Ben? I go Herbert this week. Toby, what's up? Welcome, welcome. J-Car says, could you rate my team from last year? That's gonna be a little tough. Tannehill, Rodgers, C-Mac, Carson, Rojo, Marlon, Moore, MT, Jared Cook, A-Rob, Henry, Chark, John Brown, Gold, Chiefs. It looks good. I don't recall. I mean, MT was a guy last year. I don't recall how good DJ Moore was, right? Yeah. Not bad, I guess. How did you do last year, Jake? Let's see. Sorry guys, I need to take care of something. I might have to, unfortunately, end the stream soon. But let's answer a few questions here. Where are we at? Big Cheese says Gaskin, Carson, Jacobs is healthy, Gallman, Hopkins, Deontay, and Amari, Debo, Samuel. Start 2 running backs, start 2 wide receivers in a flex. I go Gaskin, Carson, Gallman, then probably Hopkins and who do I like here for wide receivers? For wide receivers, I think I like. Let me look at these matchups really quickly. So we have Johnson. Who is it? Hopkins. Yeah, I don't think it's hard for me to bench Hopkins, right? I know he's not been great. I'd probably, for the 2 wide receivers, I'd probably go Deontay Johnson and DeAndre Hopkins here, man. Iris is not a fan here. I like Mostert a lot. He's super talented, but backfield is looking somewhat like a committee at the moment, and Mostert hasn't been used to his full. Okay, interesting. So that's definitely concerning if he does move towards a committee. That's definitely concerning. Ari says Mostert is risky if he doesn't get a ton of volume. Plus, Washington has been solid against the run. Okay, gotcha. My other running backs are CMC and Gallman. Jake says you won with the team last year. Nice, yeah. It's honestly been a while that it's hard to remember who was good last year. I mean, but Tannehill, Henry both look good, right? Jackie says I'm not dropping Claypool. I really should drop Mixon, but I probably shouldn't. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, like I said, I like Goddard. If you don't like him, go ahead and drop him. But I like Goddard a little bit better than Andrews. I'm not confident that Andrews is going to be, you know, a solid tight end for the rest of the season. So that could end up biting you in the butt, right? I don't really. Yeah, I mean, if you need a third guy, I think Dobbins or Akers are both good. They both have potential. If you want someone safer, I would go McKissick, right? But yeah, I think ultimately that'll be up to you. Sam says, should I drop Sanders and pick up Cam Akers? I wouldn't do that. If you can drop someone else, I would. Sanders is still our RB1, right? So I think you keep Sanders here. I think you keep Sanders. I know Sanders hasn't been doing well, and we're very worried about him, but it's very, very hard for me to tell you to drop sort of like the for sure RB1 on a team for someone that is up and coming, but you know, there's still question marks as to whether or not he's going to be the lead. So that's pretty much it. Ari says they said today that with Hurts coming, they're going to start getting Sanders more involved with the game plan. Yeah, very much so, right? And I hope they do. I can definitely, you know, I think to play devil's advocate, we can also see Hurts take some snaps away, some goal line touches away from Sanders, right? So it could go either way. The Eagles are a big question mark going into this week. Unfortunately, it's the first week, but you know, it is what it is. Kamara, man, what's up? Mike, how you doing? Hey guys, I think I might have to cut the stream short. My girlfriend locked her keys in her car and I need to go give her spare keys. I guess show of hands, I can leave the stream up if you guys want to keep on talking to each other. I can just leave the stream up and leave the music up. But if you guys aren't interested in that, or like don't feel like you're gonna talk, I can also go ahead and end the stream. We will be live later tonight as well, because we're gonna do waiver wire camping, so I might just get on a little bit earlier. But yeah, do you guys prefer? Okay, so Conscious says chat. Ricky, so Rick says, would you rather start Kyler Murray versus Giants or Cousins or Tampa? Murray a little bit more, because he's purely based off of the matchup, and I think Murray just in general has a higher ceiling. Let's see. Sam says full PPR knockout playoffs. QB Herbert, Eckler, Montgomery, Woods, Cooks, Goddard, flex. Samuel, defense Steelers, kicker Koo. I like it, right? I like it a lot. Who did the Steelers play this week? Steelers play the Bills, so I'm a little bit worried about the Steelers defense, but it's not the worst thing, right? Otherwise, you know, like we were talking about before, Goddard is the only question mark there, but otherwise I like it. Cat 2, yeah. Toby says, if you get on like 12 Central, 1:30 Central, I'll set an alarm. You don't need to set an alarm, man. I'll see what I can do tonight. I do have a few things I need to record and get done, but yeah, we'll see. But I guess anyone else, do you guys have any opinions? Do you guys want the stream up? Do you want chat up? Or like what are you guys thinking here? Because I have no issues leaving the chat up for sure. And guys, I do apologize that I do have to cut it short, but it is due to sort of like a personal matter I need to take care of. I will be back in 40 minutes if people are going to stick around, but I don't want you guys to, hold on. Toby, what time will I stream later tonight? It will most likely not be until after 11 p.m. Pacific is what I'm thinking. That's usually when people sort of get on and whatnot. So, yeah, that's my take there. Connor or Booker full PPR? Ooh. I'm not a huge fan of either. If I had to pick one, let me look at these matches. So they have the Bills and I'd probably go, I think you have to go Connor here, man. Actually, do we go Connor here? Booker plays the Colts. We'll see if Jacobs is back or not, right? If Jacobs isn't back, I probably like, I still think I like Connor a little bit more, man. A little bit more explosive offense. Devontae did not look good last week. Mason says 162 to 110 finish with a third seed going 8-5. You think it's worth it out to Goddard if you have Kelsey? I don't think you need to, man. I mean, you can do it for insurance, but if you can pick up someone that you can potentially start instead, that's good, right? Goddard is a very good insurance in case Kelsey does get it, so it depends on your depth there. But yo, congrats, Mason. All right, Toby. See ya. Oh yeah, talk to you later, man. Take it easy. Handle or else wifey gonna be upset. Yeah, she's gonna be on stream and give you her weight. Yeah. All right, last question here. Ricky, start one for flex: Hawkinson, Beasley, or Judy. Ooh, I'd probably go Hawkinson here, man. Beasley is gonna have a tough matchup. So I'd probably like Hawkinson here. But all right, boys, I'm gonna leave the stream up. Let me just put a little thing here. I'm gonna put let's see, what can I do here? Okay, I'll just pin this in chat, but let's see. I'd be dropping Goddard for Ty Johnson or AP or okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I mean, the other thing Mason to think about is whether or not someone else is gonna pick up Goddard, right? Because if one of your guys is gonna pick up Goddard, I don't love it. So that'll be a little tough. Our last question for Jacob says, rate my team for the rest of the playoffs. I have Herbert, Keenan, CD, Evans, CMC, Swift, Kittle, Gaskin, Butker, and Ramsey and Hurst. I think you're a little bit weak at wide receiver too. Evans might be okay, right? I like him better than CD. I think your running backs are a little bit questionable because we don't know if CMC and Swift is 100% healthy, but if they both are, then it's great, right? There's just a few question marks here. Mason says that's the only reason I'm thinking about hanging on to him. For sure. I agree with that. So, yep, I think that's very fair. All right, boys, I do have to bounce. Thank you all for stopping by. I will be on later tonight after 11 p.m. Pacific. We'll do a little waiver wire camping. So if anyone's around, please, come through and hang out. We always have a really good time there, but I appreciate you all Let's see, Jake. Actually, that's your last question. Tanya and Connor or Andrews and Bernard for PBR. I like. That's tough. I think I like Tanya and Connor here, man. All right, boys. Thank you all. Like I said, I'll leave this up, but yeah, enjoy, and we'll talk soon. Peace, guys.